Hi, Dr. Jefferson. This is Faith Holt. So this is my final reflection. So I have my the instructions pulled up here on my iPad. So evaluate a rapid cycle improvement project over time. Well, um, it was a lot different than I was expecting it to be. It was a lot harder, but it was very interesting. I did learn a lot. I thought it was very eye-opening. Just working with the people that I work with in the clinic and management, but um, it was a very enlightening experience to say the least. Um, as far as the dissemination part of it, sometimes I have a hard time putting things down on paper or in words when I can. I know what I want to say, but it's kind of hard for me to put it down sometimes. But um, I find if I do it and then just type everything that I can think of, and then I go back and I reread it and I take things out and I change it how it sounds, how it's worded. So I think I done pretty good doing that. The oral part of it was different. I have done some public speaking, not a tremendous amount, but it's been a while since I've had to do it in front of people other than other students or faculty here. I was a little nervous. I know you said that I didn't appear to be nervous. I was a little bit nervous, but I am pretty comfortable with all of those, even the stakeholders that were there, except there were a couple other ones, but the CEO was there and him and I are pretty close. I was one of the very first employees that he ever hired. So I've known him a long time and he is a super nice guy. So it did actually make me a little less nervous to know that he was there, even though the one that had given me so much trouble was there too. Um, it was a little bit difficult in my clinic where we have been there the longest. Um, there's a lot of people that have been there a long time. They've been there just about as long or even longer than what I have. Um, but so they can be a little stubborn. They can be they don't like change. So I guess none of us do to a certain extent, but it was a little more difficult getting them to buy in than I thought that it would. But in the end, they finally did. Now, were they glad when I was done with the project? Yes, they were very glad. Um, it was actually kind of funny. But as far as developing skills to function as a practice specialist, I think I have in a certain extent. Whether I'll be comfortable doing that, I don't know. And whether they'll let me do that, I'm not sure. But I would like to be able to go around to some of the other clinics. We have 15 now, and he's getting ready to open a couple more. So um, I would love to be able to go around to some of the other clinics and talk about this project. And because in the chart reviews that we do every month, I know people are not um, utilizing antibiotics like we should. So we'll see. I know Sabrina told me that we'd talk about it after I come back from vacation. So I hope that we do get to incorporate those risk factor screening questions into the EMR. I think that would be great. And especially if somehow it could flag, whether or not an antibiotic is appropriate. So we'll see about that. Um, there were messy parts of the clinical experience. Of course, you know about the managerial restrictions and the call I got from HR, and they were very harsh. And I didn't really completely understand what the problem was. I thought that this would be a lot easier. I thought that they would accept it a lot better because I was trying to do improvements for the patients. I wasn't trying to go over anyone's head or make anyone feel like I was stepping on toes or anything like that. But it did enlighten me in that I probably didn't keep them as well as informed as I should have. And I didn't ask permission, I guess, per se, on a lot of the things because I didn't think I would have to. I didn't think I needed to. But I guess that's where, making sure that your stakeholders are well informed, and where my the clinical manager changed from the initial part of this project until I actually started implementing that made it a little bit more difficult too. But my time is almost up. But I thank you, Dr. Jefferson. You have been um, a wonderful instructor, and I really appreciate all your guidance in this. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.